Mm.
We're live.
All right. Hi. So today I would like to introduce to you Coach Ashley. So for the past 10 years, Coach Ashley has worked with network marketing companies, industry and company leaders to bring growth and duplication to the digital age. She has partnered with GetOiling and Young Living team members since 2017. So if you are looking for tools and strategies to help teams simplify and accelerate growth, increase productivity, and create the time and freedom this business can afford you, then I would pay close attention and take lots of notes. And help me welcome Coach Ashley.
Thank you so much, Mackenzie. I'm really excited to be here on behalf of GetOiling. Really thrilled. It's an honor to be here and for us to have been a part of this second time of helping to take AromaSharing online. We certainly hope to see you all in person next year. But today we've got a specific focus in our training, and this is one that I've really done before. So for those of you who have seen me on our weekly GetOiling weekly work sessions, this is going to be a little bit of a different perspective. Today, I really want to focus on how you grow with your teams and specifically how you can get that done with GetOiling. Now, there are a lot of tools out there in the world that help you do one thing or maybe two things, right? But what GetOiling does is it helps you to do everything without having to learn 27 different logins, pay for 27 different services, and ultimately spend more time trying to manage things than you are actually growing. So what I'd like to do today is going to be a little bit of a back and forth here between showing some slides and kind of talking through some points. And then I'm going to actually take you over to the GetOiling system and show you exactly what I'm talking about and how simple it is to get these things done so that your team is actually duplicating the right work. And believe it or not, that actually starts with you. So we're going to keep that simple and get that to the point today. You're going to want to stay tuned through the end of this. I am giving away something that if you are serious about growing your team, you're going to want to know more about it. So let me hop over here and share my screen, and we're going to get down to business. So if this will let me play, there we go. Actually, I need to close this off so I out of my way. Okay, now let's try this. All right, so what we're going to talk about today are the secrets of building a successful Young Living team. Everybody wants a successful team, right? If you are in this for the business, then you know that there is a lot to figure out, right? And maybe you've even struggled with some of the aspects of this. We're going to work through getting this simplified here today. Make sure you stay tuned to the end for a chance to work with me one-on-one to develop your team strategy. Now, why would you want to do that? So who am I anyway? I am Coach Ashley. As mentioned, you heard a little bit about me in the beginning of this call. I've been partnered for 10 years with companies, top leaders, and service providers in the network marketing industry. I've been on the back end, on the sides, and working hand in hand with leaders to develop training, to develop systems that duplicate in the digital age specifically. There's stuff that's worked forever in this business, and there are things that have changed. And so I have been a key part of making those things make sense in numerous companies and teams across the industry for a decade now. And I've trained tens of thousands of distributors on how to brand yourself and grow your business online. And I have been proud to be partnered with Greg and Amanda and the team at GetOiling and the Young Living leaders who have put their trust in us since 2017 to help Young Living brand partners grow. Now, if you don't know about GetOiling, get ready. This is what you need for your business, bar none. What we are is the complete business marketing and management platform built by and for Young Living distributors based on real-time needs. There's nothing theoretical about this. We've been serving thousands of distributors of all Young Living ranks since 2015, from distributor to Royal Crown Diamond. We are totally customizable to your brand and your business, whether you're just getting started out or you're looking for a way to remove yourself from the day-to-day activities. We are designed to serve your unique business. And that's why our plans reflect the capabilities and the tools and the needs that you have, no matter where you are on your road to Royal. So the other thing, really importantly, guys, because obviously this is tech, it's software, we show you how to get it all done. We've got dozens of free courses, hundreds of free trainings, and things that we can show you So we can walk alongside you, help you in your journey, and get all of this figured out. You are never alone when you've got us on your team. And we are crazy committed to helping you become incredibly successful with Young Living. And that's why every feature in the GetOiling platform was developed. Every single one. We started out as a simple sharing website. Greg's wife, Amanda, wanted to be able to promote her offline classes in a way that kept people curious enough to actually show up, right? This is the day of everybody's doing Essential Oils 101 classes, and people see what it is before they actually say yes to going to a class. And so she wanted a website that actually kept people curious. Greg created it for her. Other people wanted it. And then ever since, we have had folks using our tools that Greg has created that have then said, hey, could you make it do this? Hey, it would really help my business if it did that. And at every turn, Greg, there with the magic wand in his back pocket, has built the system that we have today. Guys, you won't find anything like this anywhere else in network marketing, period, much less in Young Living. So we understand that too many brand partners struggle trying to fit pieces of a puzzle together that just don't fit. And we want you to be able to realize the time freedom that this business was made to afford you. We talk about income freedom with, residual income opportunity. That's a part of why we're attracted to building a business here. But guys, isn't it the time that's the most valuable at the end of the day? We help you get that time back with GetOiling. So now you can build a business that works for you on your terms. Build your business the way you want it. And you don't have to be a tech whiz or a social media guru or a graphic or a web designer to get all of these benefits. We have at our core gorgeous pre-built websites. I'll show you what those look like here on this call. We've got autoresponder campaigns, some of which are already pre-written and ready to go for you. You could also create your own or import educational and communication campaigns from content providers in the Young Living space specifically. We have partnered with content creators who make this stuff for you so you don't have to. We've got email and text marketing. Both of these are global, meaning you can have text marketing in over 200 countries when you're using GetOiling. Show me another place you can do that. We've got organization tools and team leader tools. As you grow, so do the needs of your business to maintain contacts and maintain organization. We've got those here in spades. We have live and online events, including Zoom. You don't have to use 7 different systems to host online or offline classes or to stay organized when you're doing vendor events and these kinds of things. We are literally built to support your business. And this is a newer thing, and this has been a huge thing in the last 18 months or so that we have all been at home and online. We have a private member area with online classes. We're going to talk today about the importance of moving your member resources off of Facebook and onto your own website. That's something that we can facilitate. It's a part of the GetOiling platform. And guys, again, we train you how to use all of this. And in many cases, we have stuff that's already made for you that you can import directly into your system. Now, there's so much more, right? And we'll talk about very specifically, and I'll show you what this looks like here today, the contact manager. This should be at the center of your business. If you don't have a contact manager that you are using in your business, it's probably the reason why you don't see the success that you want. And this is whether we're talking about getting new members, staying on top of following up with your existing members, getting more of your members on to subscribe and save or essential rewards, and making sure that you're keeping accountability with the people that say they want to share and build the business. This is the most important part of a people-driven business. We've got follow-up plans that help you stay on task and on the ball, following up with who needs follow-up at the right time. We've got time-saving template features like saved replies or canned responses is another way to call them, that you can create for yourself that save you so much time. You can brand yourself on our site, right? We do have plug and play, ready-made, curiosity focused, Young Living compliant websites, but you could also make your own. Are you a health coach, a personal trainer, a chiropractor, another sort of professional that you want to brand yourself with? You don't need another website. You can plug it all under one roof. This is especially powerful for those of you with oily adjacent businesses where you might oil your existing clients or customers or vice versa. You can import gorgeous content, like I mentioned, from our content providers. You can blog with us, set yourself apart and get found. You can also track your income producing activities, and keep accountability with your team. And a lot more, so much more, so much in fact that there is probably 1,000+ hours of my voice talking about what this system does on our YouTube channel right now. There's so much that you can do with us, and you can customize how we work to fit your needs and your brand, or just simply use what's already done for you to start sharing Young Living right away. Oh, and if I didn't mention this already, and of course, this is a big part of the conversation today, we're totally duplicable. We are literally built to duplicate Young Living. So we take the guesswork out of duplication and we make business building simple and fun. So when you start at any plan level with GetOiling, you're going to get Young Living leader resources and training. I have personally partnered with clients of mine, people who I work with, who are leaders in this company, who have put together resources to give you, to help you get started right with GetOiling. These are the tools that they use from their own GetOiling systems and the training that goes with it. You'll also get courses and templates for your system. If you want to move your groups off of Facebook, there's a course for that with templates and how to, and it's ready to go for you and more. You'll also get our weekly live training and coaching on our weekly work sessions, world-class support from our team, and a satisfaction guarantee. And our plans start as low as $1 for your first month. So there's no risk to try us, and as low as $7 a month. If you're just getting started and you just need the tools to get started, we can grow with you all the way to the crown. Now, here's what we were here for today. Now you know us. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about the 3 things you need to do to create a successful team with Young Living. So the 3 steps to duplicate success are: first, to get yourself organized, right? Because your team's going to duplicate what you do. Second, plug them in to shared resources. And then finally, give them a simple sharing tool to use. And of course, show them how to use it. So let's talk about what that looks like. First, you've got to get yourself organized. Your team will duplicate how you work. So you've got to work smart from the start. The good news is you can do this simply. So make sure you're working smart by keeping the engine that runs your business, which is your contacts. This is a relationship business. You manage your relationships in your contact relationship manager, your CRM, and that is the thing that lives at the core of the GetOiling system. So what you can do in the system is add your contacts. Of course, you can import your contacts from the VO. You can add all kinds of information to help you stay organized and stay clear on who that person is and what their relationship is to you. But this also works for people who are not in your VO. So people who could become your future customers or teammates, or once someone is perhaps in your system as a customer, but they decided that they want to become a brand partner. You can tag your contacts inside of your GetOiling contact manager so that you can search for them specifically. Again, I'll show you here in just a second what that looks like. You can also add a follow-up plan that is designed to help you keep track of where you are with your builders. You can add to-dos to their contact as well, and make sure that, for instance, if someone says, I am ready to get started sharing, I want to make money with this thing, I want to build this as a business like you do, that you can add a to-do for yourself because you've had a call with them and they said, you know what, I want you to reach out to me weekly. I really feel like I need a little bit of a push. So now you can set yourself either a follow-up plan for them or add a to-do for yourself and take notes on their contact so that you can help be a better leader and a better partner for them in business. So you can see what that looks like here. I'm going to switch my share and show you guys what this looks like in the GetOiling dashboard. All right, so right now we're logged in and you can see, you get a snapshot of your business as well as a number of different options for what you can do in your system. So let's just say, for instance, I have someone who wants to get started and I want to get them started right. They're already in my VO, so I've uploaded them into my GetOiling contact manager so that I can plug them in with educational resources, send out an easy email or text to get them up to date on PP promos and things like this. But what I want to do right now is take some notes, make sure that this person is tagged as a business builder, as a brand partner, and then make sure that I know when to follow up with them next, because we can't just give them a thing and say, go do it and expect that it's going to get done, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to search in the contact manager and I'm going to find this contact right here. Here she is. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit her and I'm going to add the tag brand partner. All right, now that tag is there and I'm going to save my changes. Now, if I do this for everyone as my members or customers are becoming interested in sharing Young Living, what I'm going to be able to do is go to manage and filter for the tag brand partner. And I'll be able to find everyone in my system who is tagged as brand partner. So maybe everybody who's a brand partner needs to get an announcement. Now, everyone who has decided to work with me as a brand partner and grow the business is going to be found in my system. Now, when we have a call, I can leave notes right here. She wants to share and start holding a class per week. Maybe that's the case. I'm going to save my note here. And next week, I'm going to get together with her and make sure that she has picked a date for her first class. So follow up to check on date for first class. And I'm going to set that for a week from now, and I'm going to add a to-do. Now, when I'm on my dashboard in a week, I'm going to see things that I need to do, right? So here's a to-do, an old one is to set up a call for Monday for that same contact, right? So first, you've got to get yourself organized so that you can grow effectively. Now let's go back to our slides here. Now that you know, let's continue. Now, the second thing that we need to do to set ourselves up for duplication and success with duplication is to plug them into shared resources, right? So we've gotten ourselves together so that we know when to follow up with them because we are the leader now, right? They said yes to sharing and building a business with you. You're the leader. So you get organized first, and then let's plug them into some shared resources. Listen, this is really important. If you want to know anything about duplication, this is the most important thing you need to know, aside from they will do what you do. Being Professor Oils does not duplicate. It creates a whole lot of people who stay in oily university forever and never feel like they're quite ready to share. And then the next person feels like they have to know everything, and so on down the line, right? So with that in mind, we want to use a shared educational resource to empower your people to learn more and to point to resources that help them share. Now, what can we do to get this done? First, we can create a member area and stock it with the resources you use and love. Now, guys, for years, people have done this with Facebook groups. And we have seen how we can get locked out of Facebook groups because maybe it doesn't like the information we're sharing. It can block us from posting things in our Facebook groups. But maybe even more importantly, Facebook groups are really difficult to use. If somebody needs to go find a testimonial for a particular product, or they're looking for information on X, Y, or Z, it's often a little difficult for people to find it. And now they have to tag you and ask a question and then wait for you to follow up. And all of this, it's just not very organized. So we really like to advocate for you to do this on your GetOiling site, not only because it's more organized and easier to duplicate, but because you can plug in done for you content so that you don't have to do all the heavy lifting. And again, promise I'll show you what this looks like in a moment. Then you want to give your members an orientation on the resources that you give them so that they know how to use it. I mean, how many of us are adding our new member to a Facebook group and then actually showing them, maybe getting on Zoom or sitting down next to them and showing them exactly how they can use it to their best advantage? I mean, even if we just did that, Facebook groups would be more effective. But even still, the point remains, I think that we should be doing this off of Facebook. But we want to give them an orientation, actually show them how they can use this resource, and then get in the habit. And again, duplication starts with you, right? It all starts with you. Get in the habit of pointing to information instead of needing to have all the answers. If you are the professor, they're going to think they need to be the professor too, right? So create and leverage shared resources so that you can point and they can see how easy pointing is too. So let's see what this looks like in the GetOiling dashboard. And guys, remember, one of the things that you get when you sign up for GetOiling right now is a free course that teaches you how to move your groups off of Facebook, how to take your education and move it there so that it is yours. So let's go take a look at this in action. So this is a member area inside of the GetOiling site. And you see that there are a number of different options that are available here to your people. So what you see here is Abundant Wellness. This is our education and support page here. What we have is a vault, right? A vault is kind of like a Facebook group because you can have a chat room, right? And there's nothing happening in this particular one. This is a dummy one, but you'll see that there's actually active conversations taking place over here on the right when you have this running live. But what we have is first a page where we can tell them exactly what to expect. Some of my clients really love to put an orientation video in this section up here that again teaches them, walks them through how to use a system like this. And then we've got our classes. Now, this is one of my favorite things that we've done on our platform. What I've got here, if you guys know and love Grow Workspace, and we do, they are a content partner for the GetOiling platform, and they have great content. Now, what I've done here is I've created a class on the GetOiling platform where you can actually plug in their presentation materials. Right? So if our member wants to learn about supplements, instead of being oily professor about supplements, we take them over to our private member area and we tell them, all right, let's go over here to our education class, and then let's come down here to supplements and learn. And this is such a great place to be able to put things like testimonials about particular supplements. Of course, with Grow Workspace, you've got these amazing downloadables that are here as well that you can add to your member area. This is the kind of thing that I recommend collaborating on and creating a resource like this with your team. If someone in your upline already has something like this is something that you guys can use together. Not everybody needs to have this exact thing. It is absolutely designed to be something that you can treat just like a Facebook group, except you get to own it and how it works. So highly, highly recommend this. When you get started with GetOiling, you're going to get access to how to move your groups off of Facebook. And that course will show you exactly how to build a member area, just like the one I've shown you here. All right, now for the final point here in how we can get ourselves duplicating successfully, we want to give our people a simple sharing tool. This is really important. We want to let the tools do the talking for us. Again, this goes back to what we chatted about earlier, where we're talking about, being the oily professor is not the thing that actually gets you the results, right? So your story, your personal story, your product story, your relationships with people in your network, and the conversations that you have with them will do the bulk of the heavy lifting where successful sharing is concerned, right? We're never going to be able to just send someone a website link and expect that they're just going to go and figure out everything else they're supposed to do. We do have to be present for our people and lead in this business. But when it's time to do the explaining of what Young Living is, of seed to seal, of all of these terms and how all of this works, we've got to point to something that does the talking for you. This is a key piece of duplication. If you know everything, your person's going to think they need to know everything too, and that is going to totally slow, stall, or even stop growth in your organization. So what you can do in GetOiling is to create a leg builder link for your new builder and share it with them. And this is such an easy thing to do. And then have them invite their potential customers to a call with you or with an upline, someone else in your team, some other third party to validate. Your GetOiling account, by the way, includes Zoom meetings. So this is good to go. You don't need to have a separate Zoom membership to be able to have your calls, have your classes, and so on virtually. And then, of course, you can hold shared online educational events for your team to invite others to learn. And I'll actually show you one of our Young Living leaders who works with us. I'm going to show you something that she does with her team that I think is particularly remarkable that's worth you guys duplicating. So let's go take a look at leg builder links and events. on the GetOiling dashboard. All right, so leg building links are right here, down here under leg builder on our site. Now, what this was originally designed for was a way for you to focus on building a particular leg of your business, right? So if you're wanting to share and have a shortcut to get people to sign up on a specific leg, you have the ability to code things up on your site very simply and easy to get that done. All you have to do is hit create link. And then if you are making this for your teammate, you add their name, their enroller, sponsor number, you put these in place here. And then all you've got to do is pick the market that they're in and then pick one of the compliant themes on the GetOiling site to use. Now, there are a lot of them and for the US in particular, but then you just create those links. And when you're ready to share, you can grab them from right here. So let's look at some of these. Here's the healthy living theme. Your story goes here. You could add yours and a teammate story if you want to make this a team site. These are videos that click off and show Young Living content. This page does the explaining for you. This talks about seed to seal. We can click off and learn and go straight to the Young Living site to learn about these products. And then we could even go over and check the bundles from right here, right? And it keeps going. The product guide is here, more product recommendations. And there are a number of different things that we have available here. And you could even have your blog on here as well, if that's what you want. These are all very similar in terms of their formatting. They're just themed a little bit differently. So this is the Go Beyond Green one, where we're talking about a healthy home. Here's another one for pets. Guys, there's so many of these, and this allows you to let the tool do the heavy lifting for you, and you can give these away to your teammates. They don't even have to have a GetOiling membership to use them. Here's one for babies as well, a really cute one. And then this one is a culinary theme. I love how vibrant this is. And these are just really professional. It looks like you got this done by a developer. And you did, it's just his name is Greg, and you didn't pay him thousands of dollars. You paid $1 to get started and then gave this copy to your team. So these leg builder links are such an incredible resource. You can simply create one, grab the link, give it to your person and say, all right, here's how we have the conversation. And then let's set up a time. We can schedule a Zoom meeting. We'll click here, create a new meeting, set up our meeting, and then send that invite out. And then when it's time, your person can present, or you could help, or you could have another third party there to help make it a more effective call. And then finally, where we're talking about sharing resources with online classes. Your Zoom meetings are a really great way to obviously host and facilitate meetings and classes that are online, but we have online events as well. So if you wanted to create something that one might RSVP for on something like Facebook or Eventbrite, you've got it right here on your site, and the events that you have are listed on your site as well. So real quick, I want to show you one of our good friends, Jackie McLaughlin. This is her GetOiling website, and it's totally customized to her. But the thing that Jackie does is she collaborates with her team to use online events to get people educated. So this is not just educating her members, but her members get to invite their prospects so they can learn about Young Living. And it's not just her doing the teaching. She's giving her team an opportunity to practice and to give their own presentations as well. So if we go to the events page on her site, she's got a number of different classes that she's offering coming up, and you can go to any of these. Here's one at the end of June, and you can get yourself registered. And that's going to tag you for that. It's going to send you a notification when it's time for the class, and then you go live and you get on Zoom, and she puts the recordings for these classes into her member area, that member area that I showed you guys that was right over here. So she has a members area very similar to this, where she then puts those classes. So that's another great way to support your people, give them an opportunity to do some of the class giving, right? So you could all take part in creating this amazing resource for your team. So just to summarize here, you guys, we first get ourselves organized, right? Then we plug them into resources so they can do more pointing and less talking, and being the less being the oily professor. And then finally, we give them a tool that is simple to share and simple to use so that sharing is simple, and simple, you guys, is what duplicates. All right. So now if you want a customized strategy for your team, this seems really overwhelming and you're like, where on earth do I start? I've got good news for you. You can apply for a one-on-one call with me where we're going to get clear on the right system for your people, get a plan in place to get the tools you need to start sharing and duplicating, and then get your team on that same page and growing together as a team, duplicating the right work. And you can apply for that call by heading over to getoiling.com/teams right now. And don't forget, you can get started right now with your own GetOiling system for just $1 if you head over to getoiling.com. Thank you guys so much for being present with me here today. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm
Real
certainly here to answer.
quick. Hi, Ashley. That was amazing. Such good insights and so helpful. So I'm going to read a question from Barbara. She's asking, is Get Oiling Canadian compliant?
Yes,
And
we are.
okay. And can remove modules, and we can now order CBD. Can that be removed? Oh, I see what you're saying. Or
Mhm.
vitamins that are not able to be ordered from Canada.
Right. Yeah. So you get to decide what goes into your member area. If you have a multinational team, then you just want to make sure, like if you are building a members area with educational information, that you do specify. If you are using a tool like Grow Workspace, they will often have a US version, a Canada version, and I know right now they are US, Canada, and Spanish language US. But there's any number of different things that you can use for that purpose. And all of this is customizable. Where we're talking about those built-in themes that I shared with you. So like the CBD, the pets, the babies, all of that. All you have to do is select your market and you're going to be able to share something that's compliant with your market. We have that covered.
All right, perfect. And let's see. Yes, there is going to be a replay for this. You can find it at the main stage on AromaSharingOnline.com. So I know we shared a lot of really amazing information. So if you didn't get enough notes done, you can go back and replay this and rewatch it. Also, if you want to take the next step, you just call Ashley one-on-one, right? Did you say Get Oiling /teams, was it?
Teams. Yep.
Yeah.
Getoiling.com/teams.
So that's your next step, and we'll get on board to get your team growing. All right. Thank you so much, Ashley. You have been an amazing expert and offering us practical tools to get us organized and efficient and grow. So,
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
all right. Bye, Ashley. Thank you. Go ahead and